Picture this. You're sitting in the Beverly Hilton, dressed in your finest, surrounded by Hollywood's biggest stars. The room goes silent as the final envelope of the night is opened for Best Motion Picture Drama. Everyone expects Sinners to win. The cameras are already panning to Ryan Coogler's table, but then shock washes over the room. Chloe Zhao's name is called for Hamnet, a film hardly anyone predicted would take the crown. Zhao herself stands frozen, visibly stunned, speechless for several seconds, before producer Steven Spielberg has to hand her the microphone. This wasn't just an upset. This was the moment that defined the entire 2026 Golden Globes, a night where predictions crumbled, favorites were snubbed, and Hollywood learned that nothing is guaranteed in awards season. Welcome to the most unpredictable Golden Globe ceremony in recent memory, where the only certainty was uncertainty itself. The 83rd Golden Globe ceremony took place on January 11th, 2026, and from the very first award announcement to the final shocking win, this night rewrote the rulebook for awards season. Hosted by comedian Nikki Glaser for the second consecutive year, the ceremony brought together the biggest names in film and television at the iconic Beverly Hilton in Beverly Hills, California. But unlike previous years, where outcomes felt somewhat predictable, the 2026 edition delivered surprise after surprise, leaving pundits, fans, and even the winners themselves in complete disbelief. What made this year so different? Let's dive deep into the night that nobody saw coming. I hope you're doing well. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon for more video notifications, because we're about to uncover every jaw-dropping moment from a ceremony that will be talked about for years to come. One battle after another emerged as the night's big winner, taking home 4 major awards including Best Screenplay and Best Director for the legendary Paul Thomas Anderson. This marked a significant achievement for Anderson, whose intricate storytelling and masterful direction once again proved why he is considered one of cinema's greatest auteurs. The film also secured Best Supporting Actress for Teyana Taylor, who opened the ceremony with an emotional acceptance speech that set the tone for the entire evening. Standing at the podium, Taylor thanked God, her castmates, and her family before delivering a powerful message that resonated across social media. She spoke directly to young women of color watching at home, telling them that their softness is not a liability, their depth is not too much, and their light does not need permission to shine. It was a moment of genuine inspiration that transcended the typical awards show rhetoric. The film's 4th win came from Ludwig Göransson for Best Original Score, though this award was controversially relegated to the non-televised portion of the ceremony, sparking debates about which achievements Hollywood deems worthy of primetime recognition. But here's where things get interesting. Despite one battle. After another's dominance, it wasn't the film that took home the biggest prize of the night. That honor went to Hamnet, directed by Chloe Zhao, in what many are calling the most shocking Best Picture drama win in Golden Globes history. Zhao appeared genuinely stunned when her name was announced, and in her acceptance speech she even acknowledged Sinners director Ryan Coogler, the presumed favorite. This upset sent shockwaves through the industry, because Hamnet hadn't been on most critics' radars as a serious contender for the top prize. The film tells a deeply personal story and features a stunning performance from Jessie Buckley, who won Best Actress in a Drama. But in a field dominated by high-profile blockbusters and critically acclaimed darlings, Hamnet's victory proved that the Golden Globes international voting body still has the power to surprise us all. Now let's talk about the biggest disappointment of the night, Sinners. Ryan Coogler's vampire epic entered the ceremony with 7 nominations and massive cultural momentum. The film had become one of the most talked-about releases of 2025, blending horror, social commentary, and innovative filmmaking in ways that captivated audiences worldwide. Michael B. Jordan delivered not 1, not 2, but 3 distinct performances in the film, playing triplet vampires with completely different personalities. The technical achievement alone seemed worthy of recognition. But when the night ended, Sinners walked away with only 1 award, the Cinematic and Box Office Achievement Trophy, which, while significant, felt like a consolation prize compared to what many expected. Coogler lost Best Director to Paul Thomas Anderson. The film lost Best Screenplay. Michael B. Jordan lost Best Actor to Wagner Moura for The Secret Agent. And that devastating final blow came when Hamnet took Best Picture Drama. The snubs sparked immediate controversy on social media, with many pointing out a troubling pattern in how black-led films are treated during awards season. Fans and critics alike questioned whether Sinners was being overlooked despite its cultural impact and artistic merit. Adding salt to the wound, Ludwig Göransson's Best Original Score win for Sinners wasn't even televised during the main broadcast. This decision infuriated many viewers who felt that such a significant achievement deserved the spotlight. The score itself is a haunting masterpiece that elevates the film's atmospheric tension, yet it was treated as a secondary award, not worthy of primetime acknowledgement. Social media erupted with criticism, with one viral tweet stating that the Golden Globes were playing in Sinners' face by refusing to televise the one major award the film did win. The backlash highlighted broader conversations about which films and which artists receive full recognition versus which are marginalized despite their success. The snubs didn't stop with Sinners. Frankenstein, Guillermo del Toro's highly anticipated reimagining of the classic story, arrived at the ceremony with 5 nominations and left completely empty-handed. The film had received nominations from the Producers Guild, Directors Guild, and Screen Actors Guild, suggesting strong industry support. Critics praised del Toro's visionary approach to the material and the performances, particularly Jacob Elordi's turn as the creature. But despite this momentum, Frankenstein was shut out entirely at the Globes. It's a stark reminder that awards season success requires more than just critical acclaim and guild support. It requires the right combination of timing, campaigning, and sometimes just plain luck. Wicked for Good, the sequel to the massively successful first Wicked film, also faced disappointment. While stars Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande received acting nominations, the film itself wasn't nominated for Best Picture Musical or Comedy, a category that seemed tailor-made for it. The original Wicked had won the Cinematic and Box Office Achievement Award the previous year, so expectations were high for the sequel. However, the Globe's voting body apparently didn't feel the same enthusiasm, and Wicked for Good joined the list of high-profile snubs. Both Erivo and Grande were present at the ceremony, though Erivo left before the main show to prepare for her upcoming London stage debut in Dracula. The film did receive recognition in other categories, including Best Original Song, but the absence from the top prize category stung. Television also delivered its share of surprises. The White Lotus arrived with 6 nominations, but went home completely empty-handed, one of the most shocking shutouts of the night. Only Murders in the Building and Severance, both with 4 nominations each, also failed to win anything. On the flip side, Adolescence became television's big winner with 4 awards, including Best Limited Series and acting honors for Stephen Graham and young star Owen Cooper. The Netflix series captivated audiences with its haunting portrayal of childhood trauma and family dysfunction, and the Globes clearly rewarded its emotional depth. Rhea Seehorn won Best Actress in a Television Drama for Pluribus, beating presumed frontrunners Britt Lower and Kathy Bates. This was particularly sweet for Seehorn, who had been overlooked for her brilliant work on Better Call Saul for years. Her win proved that persistence and continued excellent work eventually gets recognized, even if it takes longer than it should. Seth Rogen won Best Actor in a Musical or Comedy Series for the studio, while Noah Weil took home Best Actor in a Drama for the Pit. Jean Smart won her 3rd Golden Globe for Hacks, and in true Smart fashion, she simply said, "What can I say? I'm a greedy bitch," during her acceptance speech, delivering one of the most memorable moments of the night. The ceremony also introduced a controversial new category, Best Podcast. This marked the first time the Golden Globes recognized work in the podcasting medium, acknowledging its massive growth and cultural influence. Amy Poehler won for her show Good Hang, which had only been running since March 2025, making it less than a year old at the time of the ceremony. This sparked considerable debate online, with many questioning whether a podcast less than 12 months old should win over established shows that have been delivering quality content for years. Smartless, which is co-hosted by Poehler's ex-husband Will Arnett and has been running for 6 years, was among the nominees that lost. The optics weren't great, and critics accused the Globes of making yet another questionable decision in their quest to appear relevant and current. Timothée Chalamet won Best Actor in a Musical or Comedy for Marty Supreme, a role that showcased his range beyond the dramatic performances he's become known for. Rose Byrne took home Best Actress in a Musical or Comedy for If I Had Legs, I Would Kick. You, an Australian production that delighted audiences with its quirky humor and heart. Wagner Moore's win for The Secret Agent was considered an upset by some, as Michael B. Jordan's triple performance in Sinners had generated significant buzz, but Moore delivered a nuanced, emotionally complex performance that clearly resonated with voters. Stellan Skarsgård won Best Supporting Actor for Sentimental Value, beating out fellow nominees, including 2 actors from One Battle After Another, despite that film's overall momentum. Jessie Buckley's Best Actress drama win for Hamnet was well-deserved, as she delivered a heartbreaking performance as a mother grappling with unimaginable loss. Her portrayal anchored the film's emotional core and demonstrated once again why she's one of the most talented actors working today. The win also vindicated Chloe Zhao's vision for the film, proving that intimate character studies can compete with big-budget spectacles. Michelle Williams won Best Actress in a Limited Series for Dying for Sex, despite not attending the ceremony. This marked her 8th Golden Globe nomination and her 3rd win, following previous victories for My Week with Marilyn and the limited series Fosse Verdon. Williams has become a Globe favorite over the years, and her latest win for portraying real-life podcaster Molly Kochen showed that biographical performances continue to resonate with voters. The music categories also delivered memorable moments. The song Golden, performed by the group Hunter S for the Netflix animated series K-pop Demon Hunters, won Best Original Song. The track had spent 8 weeks at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, demonstrating genuine mainstream appeal beyond just the film and television world. When the performers took the stage to accept their award, it was one of the night's most energetic and joyful moments, a reminder that music remains an essential component of cinematic storytelling. Nikki Glazer's hosting kept the energy high throughout the ceremony. She opened with a monologue that perfectly balanced humor and edge, joking that the Golden Globes were without a doubt the most important thing happening in the world right now. She took playful shots at various celebrities, including a running joke about Leonardo DiCaprio's dating preferences, before apologizing and noting that "we don't know anything else about you, open up man." She pointed out that his most recent interview was in Teen Beat in the 1990s, when he said his favorite food was pasta. Glazer's ability to roast Hollywood royalty while keeping things good-natured made her the perfect host for a ceremony that needed someone who could handle unpredictable moments with grace and wit. The ceremony also featured a star-studded lineup of presenters, including George Clooney, Julia Roberts, Miley Cyrus, and Charlie XCX. The fashion on the red carpet was spectacular, with Selena Gomez, Jennifer Lawrence, and Timothée Chalamet among the best-dressed attendees. The event felt like a true celebration of entertainment, even as the awards themselves sparked controversy and debate. Looking ahead to the rest of awards season, the 2026 Golden Globes provided some clarity while raising even more questions. One battle after another has established itself as a serious Oscar contender across multiple categories, but Hamnet's surprise win shows that nothing is certain. Sinners remains a strong contender at the SAG Awards and could still make waves at the Oscars despite the Globe disappointments. The snubs and surprises from this ceremony will undoubtedly influence how campaigns are run in the coming weeks. And you can bet that every publicist in Hollywood is recalibrating their strategy based on what happened at the Beverly Hilton. The 2026 Golden Globes will be remembered as the ceremony where expectations meant nothing, where frontrunners fell and underdogs triumphed, where Hollywood was reminded that awards are about more than just buzz and campaigns. They're about the actual work, the performances, the storytelling, and sometimes just the unpredictable nature of art itself. Whether you loved the results or hated them, you can't deny that this was one of the most compelling and conversation-worthy Golden Globe ceremonies in years. The shocks, the snubs, the surprises, and the spectacular moments all combine to create a night that will be analyzed and debated until the next award season begins. And that's exactly what makes the Golden Globes so fascinating, even when they break our hearts and shatter our predictions.